Long lines of customers waiting to buy recreational marijuana. This is the scene in much of Missouri, now the latest state to legally sell weed. Good evening, everybody. I'm Laura Moritz.
And I'm Chris Katz. The state began approving licenses a few days early. KMBC 9 News has team coverage, and we begin with our Dennis Evans live in Grandview, where a dispensary there was one of the first to get approved. Dennis?
Yes, it's crazy. You know, I was just here the other day and I was talking to the director. At that point, he didn't have an exact date on when they would get the green light. Now, he was pretty sure that it was going to end up being on Monday. And then last night, they got the phone call saying that today would be the day.
What kind of relief you in here for today?
Recreational marijuana users have been waiting what has to feel to them like forever to smoke legally in Missouri.
I think this was like long overdue.
Yeah, is there a certain effect you're after?
For some customers, the wait was longer than others. Kennedy Wacha has only lived in Missouri for a little while and couldn't wait for his first trip inside the dispensary to be able to buy legally. To him, it was about much more than lighting up.
To think that something that has so many benefits will be denied to people.
As of today, residents over the age of 21 are free to buy marijuana in Missouri.
Are we looking for really high THC?
A right that some never thought that they would have here in the heart of America.
When I first started smoking marijuana back 50 years ago, I would have been arrested for this and would have put me on a track to possibly ruin my life.
That was a common theme today with marijuana now legal. Some say
Thank you.
they can breathe easy, especially behind the wheel.
It used to be being pulled over for a smell of marijuana could lead to so much trouble.
But now that marijuana users have rights in Missouri,
You have a great weekend.
Hey, thanks for being here.
it's rights that they would like to see for everyone.
We're still not done yet. Missouri's just one of the 50 in the union. We got lots more states that need to jump on board.
Take a look at this live. As people are getting off work tonight, the line for the drive-through is got to be at least 20 deep going all the way down the side of the building. Another 15 to 20 people out front, another 10, 15 inside the lobby, and more actually inside of the shop. Been some really, really funny moments out here. People going by and yelling things like, "Yay weed, go Chiefs," and I mean, just the typical humor, but these people are also, a lot of them, very, very serious about their rights when it comes to marijuana, and they are very, very thankful that this day has finally come. Live in Grandview, Dennis Evans, KMBC 9 News.
Quite a first day. Dennis, thanks. Anyone over the age of 21 can buy marijuana with a valid ID. Credit cards are not accepted because marijuana is illegal on the federal level. There is a 6% state sales tax on all purchases, and in a few weeks, voters will decide on a 3% city sales tax. Several of those cities include Kansas City, Missouri, Smithville, Raytown, and Independence.
Even though marijuana is legal in Missouri, there are some areas where weed is not permitted under Missouri law, and that includes public spaces, in the workplace, or on school grounds, and driving under the influence is also against the law. It is also illegal to take marijuana into another state like Kansas, and that's where we find KMBC 9's Rebecca Gannon.
Laura, as you mentioned, Kansas is one of 4 states in the United States where marijuana is illegal. So where I'm standing right now at 76th and State Line in Prairie Village in Kansas, it is illegal. I could even go to jail for possessing marijuana. But across the street at 76th and State Line in Kansas City, if you're 21 years older, you can be there, you can buy it, and you can smoke it.
Inside the Terabis dispensary at Prospect and Gregory, it's hard to keep up with the demand.
I think the main question is people just asking if we're actually selling to recreational customers today, and the answer is yes.
In the first 2 hours of recreational use business on Friday, the store tripled its sales volume. And some of those customers come from Kansas.
The other question is, are we taking out-of-state IDs? The answer is yes as well. So if you have a Kansas ID or an Illinois ID, you are more than welcome to shop in Missouri at our dispensaries.
That's a lot of green on the counter. Money lawmakers say Kansas is leaving on the table.
We are in such a precarious position right now because of the changes, not only in Missouri, but other states surrounding us.
Kansas House lawyers have tried for years to make medicinal marijuana legal in the Sunflower State. The Kansas governor has promoted it, but it hasn't ever made it past the Senate.
Lost revenue, lack of patient access, but we keep giving people more reasons to leave Kansas.
And Missouri is cashing in.
I think it'll be extremely busy this evening.
Thank you.
Thank you, and I'll be back.
All right, so what it breaks down to is if you buy it in Missouri, it has to be consumed in Missouri because it is a crime to do so here in Kansas. On the state line, Rebecca Gannon, KMBC 9 News.